It's been doing the same thing and then it shot down in here. And another one that I just saw here, you could draw another one right here because price has basically, and what these are drawing the horizontal lines. It just is putting in place like this is an order block right here, right? That's an order block before price shoots up. That's an order block before price shoots down, right? It's just kind of showing you where price is reversing and order blocks and just basically a lot of the institutions and hedge funds and Wall Street and all the banks, the central and all the people that have Forex traders and traders. This is how they trade pretty much. It's just off support resistance and trend lines and then also off the economic data, high impact news, what's Trump doing, what's unemployment claims doing tomorrow, what's CPI doing, right? So well, that's a lot of lines on the floor, but we have a general idea of what could happen here. It could come up to here, it could shoot through there, it could come up to here and go down. That's how we find good entries. And you guys see these little dotted line I have right here. What's cool about TradingView is I could put that right there and TradingView will alert me on my phone like a text, hey, gold is at 33.58. I know it's a good entry it's either going to shoot through that and keep going or it's a good entry to sell, right? You wait for these if you, and it that allows you to wait for positions like these with these alerts, right? At least I not have these a couple of years ago. And you could just wait instead of having to stare at the chart all day, right? So after I go
Yeah.
from remember I go from the daily, I draw my highest resistance line and my lowest one.
This is funny.
It's like
For the
none other
4 hour.
Anyhow,
behind the scenes at the to understand the history and the sport has evolved and it's flat
Right?
Is you
And
watching F1 today?
I'll wait for them to mute.
it ain't been all good. You don't think
I'll mute them. I just realized I can mute people now. Okay, so like I remember, so we start on the daily. I'm drawing my support and resistance, pretty much the lowest point I can see and the highest point I can see on the chart on the daily. And then on the 4 hour, I start getting into try to see where it's basically a trend where prices hit there and it's formed a support or resistance zone. And then I'll go into the 1 hour. We can, we're still seeing those same lines that we drew on the 4 hour, right? We just kind of have our overall picture. Gold is going to eventually go up right here. I don't see this going down unless something happens here tomorrow morning with all this news that's coming out, unemployment claims. Like the best thing would to do would be able to trade this up until about midnight tonight and be done, right? Because once London hits, it's before big news days like this, London session goes crazy sometimes. The market moves a lot. And sometimes in London session, it'll do the exact opposite of what you think and what your analysis is. So from the 1 hour, I like to wait. You would want to wait for it to be at these resistant level or support level. That's the best time to trade. Like buying right here it's very, very risky, right? We're taking the cards away. We're taking the probability of us winning right down if we're going to try and buy right here because what are the brokers will do if they see you buy. I mean, there's a lot of manipulation through some of these brokers that are unregulated, right? So the price it could just go down right there just because we bought up here, right? That's why I'm thinking a sell up here, honestly. And I think it sells down until about midnight, and then I think it starts pushing up during London again. But I mean, it's still pushing up. Overall trend of gold is pushing up. I really want to stay out of this right now. I've done really good on gold this week. I just kind of want to stay out of this. But if I had to choose a trade right here, I would sell gold. I would scalp it. I would get in and get out fast. You know what I mean? Because I still think the overall direction is a buy. But let me zoom in here and I'll show you why. If you kind of go into the lower time frames, like let me see here. I mean, prices hit. It's already came up here one time and went back down, right? But there's also a trend right here. It still has that. I mean, this is actually a long trend line here. So just look at that trend. I mean, that's a trend right there. That's on the 5 minute. I don't like drawing my trend lines and stuff on the 5 minute because you can really confuse you, right? I like staying on the 1 hour for my trends. Because you see the overall picture. If you're on this 5 minute chart, I can confuse myself. I mean, look what it looks like. It's just so many candlesticks. You can zoom out, right? That's why I like being on the hour. I wanted it to be clear and simple for me, right? And I want to be able to see the whole chart. So right here is something I caught after I drew all those horizontal lines, right? So after I draw the horizontal lines, I'll go back to the 1 hour and I'll try to find, I'll use my vertical trend lines, right? And I'll just try to find trends. So like whether it be like, for example, here, okay, I just noticed that when I took all the lines off in the chart. So this is a trend line. The big banks and hedge funds love these type of trend lines. I would say about 90% of their trading is coming from these red vertical trend lines I'm drawing. So, and for it to be a trend to me, it's just two touches, right? I mean, you see hit there, bam, hit there. It would thought it was going to break through, bam, came back, hit through. Look, I mean, that's a big drop right there, right? And sometimes you have to be wary of this because, so, like I said, the big banks and the hedge funds, they have millions of dollars, right? They're the one that's making the market move because they're placing huge sell orders up here. So you can see this, like everybody got their money taken because a lot of people were probably selling at this resistance level. And this is why this is how I use my strategy. I tie in horizontal trend lines with vertical trend lines, right? So that way, if I had this drawn, which it would have been here before that price came up to there, that was already, I mean, you wouldn't have noticed that, but it would have been down there. But right here, it broke through that, and then look at its stopping point. I look at these horizontal and vertical trend lines as, there's basically reversal points, right? It's when the market's going to switch gears, especially if it's, I mean, one, two, three, right? And it's back up to its fourth, or it'll be back up to its fourth over here. But I'm going to stay out, and I'm going to move that alert down to that, like right in there. So I want to know. I mean, price only came up to here last time. You guys see how it's almost going to form a new resistance right there. You see how this right here, these candlesticks would be almost perfectly in line when it got up to that trend line, right? So unemployment, this is going to either put, this will probably push up into there, and it could keep pushing up, could go all the way up into here. Um, but I would want to wait for it to drop back down into these levels right here, right there, before I bought again. Right. That's why I think it has a potential to come back down to that. Could come back down into there and then come back up, right? So I'm still contemplating on a sell just because I've been doing this with gold all week and I feel like I've been doing pretty good with it, right? Um, US 30 is looking like it's getting closer to take profit one. But you see this, like, I mean, look at what that moved the market today, and I would say that the technical side of things, right, is it overweighs the fundamental because the fundamental, the economic data, it's you really think about it, it's only a couple hours a day, right? And then it just goes back to normal. I mean, there's only certain news impacts like CPI usually in the past couple of years, it would move the market for the rest of the week. It literally did the exact opposite the other day when it came out on the 12th, like 10 days ago. Did the exact opposite of what it usually does. Right? So the best thing to do is just, I want to know what's going on in the market. I want to know where my support and resistance are. I want to know what the trend is. Where with these vertical trend lines, I want to see where price has been bouncing back and forth, right? And then I want to always double checking. Okay, what's going on in the Forex factory? I can't just be dependent on Forex factory because a lot of times they don't show everything that investing.com does, right? I mean, you could also go to, I mean, there's tons of things. In my FX book, they count down, in real time for you on what's going down, right? So all these news outlets that they show different high impact stuff like that you don't see. You need to be checking that. This should be something you do every day. It's something I do every day when I wake up. I wake up, I go to Forex Factory, I go to investing.com, and then I go to my FX book to just see, hey, am I going to be is there anything that's going to affect my technical levels today? What is going to affect it? I said only two things move the market, right? It's gonna be that economic data, that high impact news, right? That's why I like trading like from like right now, like about 6 o'clock until about midnight. I think is one of the best times to trade, right? Because it's usually everything's closed, right? There's usually no news. There's no one on. There's no news coming out of this time of day, right? So, I mean, we're looking at a nice. This should turn into a nice buy on US 30. Hang on just a second. All right, guys, I'm back. I mean, US 30 is starting to shoot up here. Make sure I'm recording this. Oh, it is recording. Okay. Let's take a look at. Someone said something about Bitcoin earlier, right? Let's see what it's doing.
Hold myself out the hill.
Yeah, I bet Bitcoin's about to drop here. Yeah. So I'll show you. So let me go back to gold 'cause I kind of got sidetracked there, but you can see it's starting to push down right there. Let's sell gold, guys. We're gonna sell gold here. This is a little riskier trade, like I said, but overall I think it's still a good trade. I think we sold at the same price today, and it was a nice little win here. Let's see here. Hmm. Yeah, let's sell it. Okay. All right, we're gonna sell gold, guys. I'm gonna put a real tight stop loss on this one. I mean, I'm gonna put the stop loss like 33.29. And we'll go 17, and we're gonna go all the way down. I think it'll go maybe go like into. I'm gonna go like 33.08 as the last take profit point. And you guys see we're starting to get that stochastic is see how they cross there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's always a good sign when those two hey, let me send this to the group real quick. It's starting to come down. That's what we want to look for right here with the stochastic guys. And when those two lines cross, that means it's going to be, pretty much a confirmation, right? So this is exactly what you want to wait for on the stochastic. See, it's crossed and it's starting to come down there. Like I said, it's still a risky trade, but I think overall it's going to push down before it keeps pushing up. I'm going to enter these trades real quick. 33.29, 15, 13. And we got like a little order block right there. Yeah. I think this is a good trade, guys. I mean, the stochastic kind of went back up, but it's starting to if you zoom in, it was starting to cross. It just changed, but let's see what happens here. Let's go back to US 30. I bet this will drop down. And another reason I think it'll drop down, I'll show you all why I use these trend lines, right? So for example, okay, here, right? It's a trend. That's a trend to me, right? Price is hitting and it's going up, right? So I think this is why it's a good time to sell. I mean, price is kind of hitting up in there. It could break through that though. I see that. 24. I mean, it could push down, but like I confirm this is a trend one, two, three, and we'll see what happens here. right? You have US 30 is yeah, US 30 is almost it's like $3 away from take profit one, and we'll go ahead and we'll move the stop loss on this. Like I said, this is a perfect trade setup, guys. I mean, this is perfect example of what we want to look for, right? We just want to look for those key support and resistant levels, right? If you can wait for those, I mean, you'll win 98% of the time, right? I mean, just you just got to be patient. You got to be patient. And another thing I like to use with these trend lines is how I called this sell yesterday, right? So you can still use this to your advantage, right? I had this chart marked up like this yesterday, and I knew that I had for some reason I had my support level like up more for some reason. I wasn't seeing the overall chart. But I sold, I think we sold US 30 yesterday about like right in there. Once I saw that, so if it starts moving down, you see the overall direction is going in, right? Overall direction is going in here is up. Yesterday was down. Today was down. I was expecting a reversal. I thought it was going to keep pushing up. That's why I lost those today. But we just hit take profit one on US 30. Gold's not looking so hot. Probably should have went a little bigger stop off on that gold, but we'll see. Let me zoom in on this. Looks like gold might bust through that. Yeah, it's starting. It's making its way back down. I mean, it's a good this could turn out to be a good sell. We'll see though. I'm kind of nervous about it because I still think price is overall going up. Um, could break through that though. All right, so we hit take profit one on US 30. So I'm gonna move the stop loss above entry on this US 30 buy. Any questions on the strategy on anything? You guys got any questions for me on I mean, does it make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
The you find the touches where price kind of touches like on equal highs or equal lows, right?
yes, sir.
To
Yes,
find
sir.
to find
Because
the
like a
support
long time,
resistance.
like when I first started trading, there's just so much bullshit out there. There's so much different like indicators and there's just so much stuff that I think is there literally to confuse you, right? The technicals and the fundamentals are what drive the market. Like I said, fundamentals, economic data. Um, hey, I'm trying to move this stop loss above entry over. It was like gold just hit stop loss, so I should have stayed out of that.
So it's probably going to hit that higher
Yeah, it's
trend
gonna.
line.
I think it's gonna. It's just. It's like because like with gold, how I've been winning so much on it this week is like I've known the direction has been. I don't know if y'all probably saw on the free group. The direction's been up all week, but I mean, anytime I was trying to buy, I would just I was losing. So the past couple weeks, so on this, I mean, it'll probably go up into there. I mean, I still think it'll drop before then, but just how gold is
Is that a daily trend line
on right here on that the
for
red one.
gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, I saw it on the 1 hour. I didn't see you wouldn't have been able to really see it on the daily. See how the daily looks? You have to right click on the chart and you can't even really see it, but I caught that on the 1 hour.
Uh,
Yeah. But this is just kind of why I said I shouldn't have entered. I thought it would drop. I mean, we'll see if it drops now right to our stop loss, and then I bet it drops. We'll see.
which stochastic divergence do you use? Is it the first one on TradingView or
Yeah, so it could be any stochastic divergence, right? And there's there's so I look at one on my MetaTrader 4 and I'll give you guys those keys for that. Hang on. So I like using both, right? So I look at it on my phone with, and then I just use it looking at the stochastic on MT4 on 533, right?
Oh, 533. Okay.
And then this one, I like this one because the stochastic divergence on the 14, 1 and 2, and then the 80 and 20, it takes longer for these to reach the overbought, oversold levels, right? So to me, it's like
Yeah.
it kind of shows you almost the overall trend. And I know, and that's like when I know when price gets up above the 80 on the stochastic divergence that there's a very, very high chance that it's gonna go down. Especially if you got the stochastic showing on MT4 like five, it's because I use on the stochastic on my phone, I use just the regular stochastic at 533, same level, same overbought level at 80 and oversold at 20.
The five is that the look back period?
Yeah, the five
Oh,
is,
okay.
yeah, hang on, I'll show you exactly what the five is. So it's called the stochastic oscillator on MT4 and MT5.
Oh,
And
okay.
the five is the K period, three D period, and three slowing period. And then your levels are 20 and 80. See on this on
Okay.
I can just kind of show you, what the other one I look at. So they're all
I
pretty
think
much
I
all the same,
downloaded
but
that one.
I think I'll have to change these levels here. So on TradingView it doesn't do it for you.
I think I put on that one, the one that you just clicked on, the stochastic.
But yeah. Let me see if they have a indicator stochastic oscillator is what I said it was. I don't know what that is. That looks like a very good yeah, I mean they pretty much do you would have to change the levels on those. Here, I'll have to add that one back. Okay, so here's the 533 one, okay? And then so that's what I look at on MT4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that one show divergence? Um,
Yeah, the stochastic diver. I think that's why all these it's I think those are H's and then I don't know what the some of those are H's and it looks like N's. H's and N's maybe. I know from watching it like it's like usually when they're both up, I mean it's a pretty good chance that it's gonna drop and it's coming for it. I mean it literally see you guys see how I got psyched out like earlier it was showing me that the stochastic was going down and now look at it on this one right here.
it just flipped back up.
Yeah, it flipped back up. I mean, but I mean you got to respect these trend lines and support and resistance. I mean you just have to. I mean, it's really what it's I mean, that's what I've been doing like the last like 3 or 4 years, and it just makes everything a lot easier than trying to learn. Like some people will like the fair value, like everybody's trying to do the fair value gap. Dude, I like watch for the fair value. If you try to trade like the inverse fair value gap, you would be getting dominated in this market in the past couple of weeks. I mean, you wouldn't even have a
Yeah.
trade at the time. Like are you trying to use I think I've just seen a lot of people doing that, the fair value gap. I mean, the fair value gaps act good as like order blocks and they can show you, reversal, but the way the markets have been, it's you just gotta really depend on you gotta get back to the basics pretty much. And the basics to me are support and resistance and these trend lines, right? So let me go kind of go into we're gonna I mean, we're gonna stay out of gold until it gets up there, but I think it's gonna keep going.
Can you go on gold and on daily and do the uptrend line?
The what? Daily for
The
gold? Yeah, so right
yeah,
here, so yep, so there's a trend right there. I mean, and then you could draw another one right there, which that one comes back into there, and then if I go here, you could draw another one right here. You guys see I'm just finding like, look, one at least needs two touches for it to be a trend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all want to look at NASDAQ? Sorry, I just saw the
The
chat.
last the last one actually worked last time.
Yeah.
One
So
bounce.
on the 1 hour here is let me zoom out here. So another thing I do, so you guys see how I have like after I draw my horizontal lines where the support and resistance, I'll do those the red trend lines, right? So I got one, two, three, and then um I'll find the trend on the bottom, right? And I've never really seen people teach it like this, but I just noticed like it does the same thing. Like look at that right there. If you would have had that Drew right there, you would have known. It would look I mean, look at that. It's like perfect right there.
Yeah.
You see how it hit that trend line, right? So we had two different trend lines and it respected both of them, right? I mean, if we would have bought there, I mean, this is why I'm saying like these red trend lines are very, very important, right? Is because these are what the big banks are doing. Why do you think that is going from there to there, right? That's $1 million trade, probably a couple $1 million trade that all these hedge funds and people on Wall Street are making. Look, and then they probably stayed out. Then bam, when they got back on here, look at that, bam. Now when we get back here, expect to move down. And why I said earlier, why I sold earlier is because just from me following economic news and high impact news, a lot of times what will happen before something like unemployment claims come out tomorrow, they'll drive the price up into here and then it'll hit those trend lines and come back down. Uh, but overall, we'll go ahead and move on to NASDAQ. I want to stay out of gold until it gets up into that level right there. Bitcoin is shot up, and then where's NASDAQ at here?
Bitcoin is going nuts.
Yeah. So same thing, guys. Like, I mean, it's already we got this was my I think I was using this as right here as support, and then this is our new resistance. So like, look, since the last Thursday, look at Nasdaq's been doing bam, 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 bam. It's a little weird through there, but I think the overall trend on Nasdaq is going to be up here now, and then as well as
It's just ranging. Just a
yeah,
big range, but it's ranging.
little trend right there as well. You see that, and then another trend right there. So I mean, with the horizontal lines and the red trend lines, right? You have it makes it just simpler. You can go to any chart, we can go to any Forex pair, any stock, anything you can trade, you can use this strategy, right? And this strategy actually is amazing on cryptocurrency. I mean, the last like 3 or 4 weeks on Saturday, I've literally had huge, huge Bitcoin gains just because of these levels, right?
So how come you're not sending signals on
For
some
a
Saturday?
Bitcoin, I mean, I was just doing it on my own, just to kind of, I don't know. I'll start sending it to you guys. I sent one like the last weekend, I think, but I'll start sending
Yeah,
them.
you did. Yeah.
I'll start sending them. I just wasn't sure how many people like to trade Bitcoin. I mean,
Okay, Brian, I'm going back to my original question that I asked you 2 months ago. When you're starting a
when I started what?
copy trading.
Copy trading.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's
You you in front of the charts pretty much 24/7. Me
yeah.
on the other hand, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, if I did it, I mean, it would just have to. So you gotta understand, a lot of these systems out here that are for copy trading, they just charge so much. Once you get so many people on it, it's like I would have to be charging y'all like literally like
No, there's one copy that charges like $20 per account.
yeah per account. What happens when you have 200 people on there,
I
right?
will have to check it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean to me, I will think about it for the right price. But if you like, will just if you could just learn, this is my simple strategy. You know what I mean? You could just so a lot of the times is like when you have a break from the chart and you come back, you'll see these prices just in those levels, those support and resistance levels, and it just makes it so much easier to trade. So it's like sometimes it's good when you're away from the charts. So you'll come back, relook at everything, and you can see what's going on. I'm gonna buy NASDAQ here, guys. I think this is gonna continue up. Look at our stochastic. You guys see how it shot through that. Um, this is gonna be looking like a good buy here.
Do those red or green indicators on the stochastic mean anything? Like, is that
No,
meaning like buy?
so I don't technically know. I just know that above 80 is means it's overbought and
Or buy? Yeah,
below 20 is oversold. So what these, let me try to zoom in for you. I just know that these lines they when they cross,
they
that's why
cross. Yeah,
I see how they're crossed, right? When
yeah.
they cross and start coming down is when you're supposed to go enter the position, right? It's like a confirmation.
Like when the blue crosses
Yeah,
the
when that crosses
orange.
that and you start see it going down, it's usually it shows a confirmation that it's going to go the other way. Um, and like I said, if it's just shooting straight up, like and it has no curvature down at all or no curvature up, you just want to stay out, right? You want to wait for that to start moving because a lot of the times, like say there's news or something, it'll the stochastic won't work during news. It does not work during news, so don't try it. Um,
Yeah, and doesn't
yeah.
work on Trump.
And
Doesn't work
it's
on Trump.
usually you gotta I tie all like my strategy is I draw my horizontal lines, I draw my trend lines like the big banks do and the hedge funds, and then I look at the stochastic levels on the divergence and just the oscillator just to see like good entry points. Is this showing like 'cause if you look at the stochastic here, look. So it went up. I mean if you would have sold right there, any there in there. I mean, it took though, that would be 14, took like 4 or 5 hours to finally start dropping. And then it was Nasdaq's, I mean, it's been weird all week, right? Um,
Yeah.
but then you got it up in there in that level, and then you kind of got this trend right here. It's actually an even bigger trend than I thought because you see how I just did that? It has, you can even start it right there.
Oh, Brian, question: when you show that curvature, how you figure what kind of stop you putting in?
What kind of stop loss?
Yeah, the
So
size of the
with
stop loss and
US
stuff like
30 and
that.
Nasdaq, it's a little trickier because like to me, I personally like having a little bigger stop loss because on US 30 and Nasdaq because it moves so much. But right here on this trade right here, I'm about to buy Nasdaq right here,
Hmm.
and I will put my stop loss probably like right underneath here because if it drops back down in here, it's probably gonna keep going. I mean, I would put which is still almost like 1,000. It's if you, I would have to go a little above that because I don't want to go, above 1,000 pip stop loss, which price moves like a thousand pips is only $100 move on Nasdaq or US 30. Like, I mean, it could move that in minutes. You know what I mean? But I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah, you can
buy
look in a
it.
second actually. But then another question, because when you, let's say you're in position right now for buys, right? You have your
For
stop
sure.
and you're starting reversing. When do you stop adding positions?
I want to enter positions right here, and then like I'll leave some of my take profits open and just be moving the stop loss above entry and just riding this up. I'll like this. I think this is a really good trade. Like we have
No,
the
no, I get that. But
yeah
let's say you enter right now, right? And it's reversing, going against you. You're gonna add another entry. Let's say what, 100 points lower,
yeah. You said 100 points
and
lower.
then you're gonna add another, let's say, 100 points lower. When do you stop? When do you see that actually it's not worth it to put in any more position, adding position?
Um, like on the gold trade, like it was a risky trade, like I told y'all. On
Yeah,
this trade,
gold is actually moving crazy at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is right now because Asia open, and that's why it's moving.
Yeah, but like for example on this, like I'm like when I'm the more confident I am in a trade, right, I'm gonna put a little more positions. Um, Especially trying to get some of those losses back that I had today on US 30 or the two losses. I
Hmm.
want to get some of that back. So I'll open a little more trades. Like, but I'm like to me, this is like a 99% win right here because everything's in place. We don't have any news until
No, no,
tomorrow.
no, Brian. I think you're not getting my question. Doesn't matter when. I know this one you feel like it's let's say 99% win, but when you were in those losses, the ones that you had today,
Yeah.
how many positions you were in?
Um, let's see. I was probably in five each on because it was a US 30 and a NASDAQ at the same time.
So
Um,
let's go just to
it,
US 30.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm still coming out of the flu. Um, when did you stop adding positions? Because you were doing the
Well,
martingale.
so today, you guys see what happened. The first signal on US 30, I sent it. This is what usually I'll do. I'll enter like one or two positions, and then
Mhm.
I gotta send that to you guys right away, especially when the price is
Yeah.
fast. So by the time it dropped all the way, like it dropped like $70, I was like, man, it's gonna keep. I think it's gonna reverse here and go back up, and I probably entered three or more positions, right? And then
Hmm.
and then it lost, and then I lost again. Well, I lost because I didn't have my support levels. Uh,
Marked up. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And just
And
like
you
a little
and you
mistake like
saw.
that, right? Is
Yeah.
I had my support levels wrong, and I think this is what I did today. I think I put my support. It was like right. I think I put it right there because of those instead of you always.
And you saw it bounce quickly, so that means it was quick reversal, but it
Yeah.
actually
Uh,
reversed again. Yeah.
yeah. And there was that, and like I was, that was like, that it happens, nobody's perfect. You're gonna lose. Like
Yeah, yeah,
there was
that's
so much
normal.
going on, like that. It was like the worst time for me to enter those trades today because of the news. But you see the new, I mean, the news only drove it down to the support level. So what does that tell you? That the technicals are, trump over fundamentals mostly. So. Um, yeah, when I do a lot of positions, like I'm like very, very confident in the trade. But yeah, I mean, like right now I'm gonna do a little more to try to get I think
The
after I
money
lost
back.
those, I was
Yeah.
like down to like I was up like 20 grand and then when I lost those two US 30, it just put me back at even. I was like only $2,000 in profit.
Well, it's still
And then
good.
that the gold one was pretty nice as well, before that previous one there.
That's why I was talking about copy because quite often it's hard to get to computer
Uh-huh.
and put those in. Quite often it's like you send the signal and it's already like 100 points up or 20 pips or 50
Yeah,
pips up.
yeah. Um, I mean, I mean, if you could help me find a good copy trade, I forgot who it was. What is the big one? The big copy trading platform. I had one.
I don't remember the names.
There's
Social
one of them
trading,
that it was
social
charging
trader.
me so much that it just
How
wasn't
much did they
working.
charge you per account?
It was probably like 60 or 70, I think account. And I was like, I don't know.
So it's not
It was just a lot of people on there, and it was
it's not yeah it's not worth it then because you can charge well you can charge whatever you want, but if you go too crazy with the price for copy, people are not gonna take it either.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I would rather y'all try to learn and I like to start, learning this
Believe me,
strategy and try to,
I wanna
get on the
learn it
live
too,
calls.
Brian, but I will tell you this, I'm so stressed out because I had somebody else doing copy on my account.
Yeah,
He lost pretty much 80% of my account. I'm so scared to take any trade right now.
yeah.
He did
How
crazy
much did you
number
lose?
Well, for you it's peanuts. For me, it's a lot. It was about 8,000,
Oh God. And what are you at
and
now?
and that took about few months of stress.
Oh yeah.
I made back few thousand bucks, but then I had some other issues. I had to stop and went back in because the guy actually in the couple months that I wasn't there, he made I don't know 50,000 bucks on that account, and then I joined it again because I saw he's back to normal, and
Yeah.
he lost again a lot. So
Uh-huh.
I can't take this anymore, man.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
right now I can't take the trade because if I see red, I'm so stressed out that I'm freaking out pretty much.
yeah. So I mean, it is tough. Like, I can't tell you how much money I lost when I first like I started trading when I was in college, and the first couple of years was rough. I even took a break in I think it was like 2014 for a year. It can get stressful, right? And then when I came back after taking that break from for a whole year from trading, right? That's why I found this trend line and support and resistance strategy, right? That adding in the stochastic, it just makes it easier. I call it trading with the market, right? We're trading with the big bank.
Yeah,
We're gonna take the big moves. We're gonna ride it, right? And it doesn't even we don't even have to ride this all the way up here, right? We just if we get it up to here, I mean that's good
that's
enough
you. Yeah,
for a couple days, right? You're making. I mean, if you gotta if you held this if you like right here, if you could hold it up into here, which I think it'll go. I mean, you could turn it. You just gotta know when to stop, like to stop, and it's like all you really need is two or three wins a week, right? And that's just wait for it to get to these levels like it's at now, right? This is a really good trade. This US 30 trade and this NASDAQ trade, I mean, these are textbook example of what my strategy is and why it works so well. And it's because we're just trading with the trend. We're trading with the hedge funds. We're trading like the big banks do, right? So let's see, guys. Enter these. Did you enter the US
you see,
35 that we sent
it did
earlier?
such. No, like I said, I'm scared of touching anything at the moment. I need to calm down from the stress
Yeah, for sure.
and you see, I bought your signals about a month. I didn't even take one
Oh wow.
because of because of the stress.
Yeah, it
Like
sounds
I'm
like
telling you,
you're in your head a lot.
I'm not touching you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in your head a lot. You gotta get out of your head. I mean, the best thing to do would be to enter the trades like that I send, and then you could put your comfortable stop loss that you have, right? Like on this, I think this is a very, very good trade, right?
Yeah, I have
You
to
you have
ease
to
up.
you got to put the phone down and just walk away, go do something, go drink a beer, go to
Yeah,
get
I
off
have
your
to
mind,
ease
you know
up
what I
on it
mean?
because he did the stress level went up so much that I was actually scared to have a heart attack. So
Yeah.
at the moment, I have to ease up. I still interested in doing this, but I can't do that with such a roller coaster that
Uh-huh.
losses are huge and wins are minimal.
Yeah.
That's why I took yours and I was interested in yours because I don't know a couple months ago when you popped up and you were sending the free signals, pretty much most of them they were right on the money.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we spoke. I know 1 month can be like this, 1 month can be like this. That doesn't matter, but you're still going coming out ahead.
Yep.
And I was mad that I got your 1 year access
Uh-huh.
for 1 year. Couple of days later, you heard that special for lifetime. I said, "Shit."
Oh, for yeah, I don't the lifetime's at 1200 now.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask you if I can add couple more $100 and have a lifetime access. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is
yeah,
what it
you
is.
just message me and we could talk
Okay.
about it. Yep. But like I mean, if I were you, I would buy NASDAQ here. I would buy it. I mean,
No, at the moment I'm in the
not.
at the moment I'm in the car, so
Do you see
not
how
gonna.
like I like a lot. You see how the stochastic has now rose above the 20? It's a good sign
Hold on.
right here. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
hmm And
No, I know.
I'll tell you a way that
I
you can
know. You,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
my
Go
bad.
ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna kind of give you like a kind of a way to kind of take the stress away.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, to me, it's I'll go drink a beer, honestly, or um,
Smoke a blunt or something.
yeah, that's
You
funny.
see, my issue is I usually don't drink. I had one
Yeah.
beer one day, but
But
it
even like
it didn't help me.
I wrestled my whole life, right? I
Yeah.
wrestled
Yeah.
Oklahoma State. Like I'll go and I'll go up and I'll just go, go work out and try to get it off my mind, especially if I've had like a bad day of trading. It's all, trying to come back into it. I just kind of have to let go of all the feelings and just trust what you know and just, like I said, get back to the basics, support
Yeah.
resistance and these trend lines. I mean, you just go like when y'all are have some time when you get by your computer, you can even do it on your phone on TradingView. Just start trying to draw up the charts like I did in this video, and it'll make you more confident in your trading, right?
Yeah.
And you'll start noticing stuff, right? And then when I send a signal, like right, then you would if you learn my strategy, you'd be like, yo, what? You could just be like, yo, what are you doing, right? Like it's not a good trade.
Actually, today you see, because of the stress, I used to start making money, and I understand, but because of the stress, and it was for so freaking long, took away all my confidence. And when you start learning, because I started learning like last year, and that was going on for most of the half a year. So whatever I learned in the first half of the year, I lost it. I completely, pretty much, that was all that knowledge was destroyed because
Yeah.
all I was sitting and watching my money going away.
What leverage are you on?
I just want to 100.
1 to 100.
Yeah, just a regular one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it takes I mean it's like trading is like not it's about 90% psychological and like
Mhm.
one of my good friends that's a trader, like he literally just took off like all of last year because he was dealing with the same problem you are. He just had so much stress. So
Yeah.
he had so much stress that he took a break after and he had made a fuck ton of money and he just wanted to, it was like too much for him, right? Because he was
And
even when he was making money, he was always stressed the fuck out, right?
yeah.
He was stressed all the time. And the way that I take away the stress is to wait for these good entries, right? And to know that okay, if it's down at this support level and I buy, I have a like a 90% chance more of winning this trade than I do if it was halfway in the middle of one of these horizontal lines. Like I
Open
just did with gold. Like I just showed y'all with
for
gold.
the
Like how I just lost with gold, right?
few
Didn't follow my rules. Look what I should have bought there.
trades.
All right. And I'm gonna sell probably when it gets right there. But yeah, I mean, you could do just I would just try to learn, and I'm gonna start trying to do these calls more. I was traveling a lot last week. I went to Oklahoma City, and I was like a couple of Dallas, and I was a couple of different places. But I'm back home now, and
Yeah, I was waiting for you to do a
yep.
calls
So
because you were saying that you're gonna start doing this more often because it's easier. Actually, right now when we in it, and let's say instead of just sending the signal, you're here, you're saying I'm entering, it's right there.
yeah, and yeah, just you just gotta focus on like
If you
back to
can,
the
of course. I
basics.
know everybody has their own line. Yeah.
Yep. This is pushing up. Should have bought that. Yeah, I'm looking at gold is stressing me out right now, so I'm gonna stop looking at it. So mad about losing that one. When I literally was telling y'all I was gonna go up and I sold. Um, let's see here. Bitcoin starting to drop. Like someone asked about Bitcoin earlier. I think it's coming back down into here tonight. Don't know who asked about that.
I think I
So
was talking
so
about that.
I'm gonna sell Bitcoin, just one position, right? And I'm not gonna send it to the group. But y'all can enter if you want. I'm gonna enter one position sell on Bitcoin. I'm gonna put my stop loss right above
Are
those
you
high points.
are you selling on your main account or are you selling on a smaller account?
I'm selling on my main account. I'll probably do two positions.
And what's your lot size?
Hang on just a second there. I went 0.10 lot size. I'm gonna do two sells. I'm gonna put the stop loss at 110 900. It just Bitcoin is the spread is so big on Bitcoin. You almost have to do a big stop loss.
What's your spread?
Hang on. 25,000.
Uh, okay, so mine was when I started with my broker, mine was like 50.
Yeah, mine's
I mean
25,000 on
5,000.
Longhorn.
So I actually got in touch with them and I said, "This is ridiculous. I have different brokers that they use like I think $10, $12."
Uh-huh.
I said, "I'm scouting Bitcoin, so I can't use your crazy spread
Yeah.
because I'm in and
It's
out.
yeah, it's
Let's
fast.
say I'm catching 200-300 points and I'm out.
Yeah,
And with your spread,
you
I
would
can do it. So
yeah, you just be done so fast like because it's when the spreads
yeah,
are this high, I mean, you could
so
have the right trade, but the spread's so high that it just
yeah. So
already so far behind. Yeah.
if you're using a lot, just my suggestion is just get in touch with them and tell them to lower the spread because
Mhm.
they can do that.
Yeah. So I'm going take profit on this 107,000 right here.
Yeah, that's a big
It's a
enough move. 3,000, yeah.
yeah, it's a good trade. I mean, look, when we got there's a little I mean it could go up more, but look like that could be possibly a trade right there. Dolphin right there. You guys see how I did that right there? It's
Actually,
pretty.
I'm driving at the moment, so I
Oh, okay.
don't really watch.
Little trend right there. Daily. Well, if you guys want, the NASDAQ is going back in profit. US 30 still in profit. Any more questions? I'm about to hop off here. If you guys want, we can hop back on in a couple hours and see how these trades did.
Sure, whatever you feel like it, and you wanna be in the call, just top.
You said what?
Whatever you feel like it, just let us know, and whoever is free and wanna join, then we'll join.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a good night and
You too, Brian. Thank you
yes,
so
sir.
much for
Yep,
you.
no problem. You guys have a good night. I look forward to talking to y'all again.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
Yep.
Have a good one.